Hi, welcome to Self-Discovery Support. This is a collective message divided into a main message along with additional messages for fire, earth, air, and water signs. Please check the description box for time codes and additional info. Feel free to watch these segments for yours or your person's astrological placements or whatever groups call to you. Whatever in the message resonates or agitates can be seen as invitations to further reflect on. The decks used in this video may contain nudity and should only be viewed if you are 18 plus. Okay, let's begin. So let's see what our main theme is for today. What is the main theme that we should be talking about today? Okay, my whole deck is in reverse. So it's the Page of Cups. All right, with the Page of Cups, I tend to think about, actually, to be honest, the Page of Cups is to me is one of the most elusive cards in the tarot deck, but it's often someone who is feeling and understanding emotions, and it's early days. It's like a new appreciation of sensitivity. It's kind of like when you just have a first crush, you know how that kind of overwhelms you with emotion and you just feel kind of like you don't know what you're doing, and sometimes that feeling can take you at any age, right? So you can be Page of Cups at 50 and you can be Page of Cups at 13 or 8. Yeah. And then also it's one of the cards that has this kind of almost like surreal thing with the fish coming out of the water. This is an idea. This is confronting your emotions for the first time, or a new set of emotions, not necessarily for the first time, but it's that kind of feeling when you realize, well, there's something more here on earth. There's something more to my being, to every day. You know, I have my friends and everything, but there's something about, and often, you know, people do talk about this in relation to a person. So you could have that feeling for someone. You could also have that feeling, I often think of it as a kind of shy, almost like a teenager's quality. It's like young emotion. And so it can be also someone who is at the early stages of an idea as well, something intuitive. The Page of Cups is also thought to be quite intuitive because you're tapping into emotional quality, you're tapping into sensitivity, you're tapping into all this, and it's like the way that feels is overwhelming. Alright, so if I'm to think about the focus for our reading today, I could go with intuition, what your intuition is telling you, but I feel like with this Page of Cups there's more of like new feelings about someone. Alright, so it's something to do with the excitement you feel with someone. Alright, so I'm going to come back with the question and then we'll get started with fire, earth, air, water, and yeah, fire, earth, air, water signs. Okay, we're going to start with fire signs. Alright, fire signs. Your the question here is, what are these new feelings for someone telling you? Tell us for fire signs. Okay. Alright, we got 3 coming out. Justice, the Sun, and the Lovers here. I'm going to keep this on the side. Okay, so the thing about this now is these new feelings for someone that you're having. To me, this is telling me with the Lovers here in particular. Ooh, we've got the Devil as well. Ooh, we got the Devil as well. And I've got to show you this, the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. Okay. So let's go bit by bit to unpack this. You have a connection here. I feel like this person that you're feeling new feelings for is someone that there is some kind of knowledge of. I don't think this is someone that you've never seen in your life and you just felt something for them. This is someone that there's a bit of feelings there, and it's complicated feelings, but to win all of that out, there is actually a strong connection. Like you might feel like with this person there is the potential to build something that could be quite strong, but you might feel like there are barriers to this. Let's start from what we have on the board and then we work our way backwards. Alright, so we have Justice and then we have the Sun. I think that for some of you, this could be a sense of wanting to right wrongs, or it's like you could be feeling like there is a sense that things haven't been fair either on your side or just for both of you. Something hasn't worked out and it hasn't allowed what you know or what you feel could be much stronger to shine out, to win out. So there's a sense that you feel like the right thing is a sense of this is be the right thing to do, is to actually give this a chance to move forward. Now let's look at what we have here with the Lovers. For some of you, this could be I am also getting that if you were in something that was a long-term commitment, this could be like with the Justice card, there could be a sense that you needed to actually do legal things to be able to move towards what you want with this person. For some of you, that is the thing that's actually bringing you the Sun, is that you've actually legally freed yourself from a connection. All right, and with the Devil here, so okay, this is a classic pairing. A connection that has the Lovers and the Devil are people that almost have, I think of it like you walk through the valley and you also have the potential to walk on the peak of the mountain in a way. And what I mean by that is, in order to make a connection like this work, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of healing, and there's a lot of seeing both sides of each other and coming to grips with that, it's like a connection that you have to resolve things for in order to move ahead. This connection has had its difficult times and has the great potential to have its good times as well. I think that you have held back from it. Also with that Devil energy, it can be something that you feel transfixed by in a way. It's like this is one of those types of connections that you can't get rid of easily. It's 4 Pentacles with the 5 of Cups. It's like holding back to sit with some kind of regret here. I'm seeing a person coming up as the Queen of Swords, not Queen of Cups. So it just really tells me that there's a lot of truth and clarity that's needed in this situation. I see the Page of Pentacles there, so there could be an apology that's needed. Alright, so I feel like it's taking you through all of this. It's like a lot of feeling. It feels like a lot of energy that you're using to kind of work through the situation. You may feel like your person has their guard up, and for whatever reason, you know what you would need to do is to really like bring clarity to the situation. But whatever it is, I think that these new feelings are kind of bringing you to a point where you could be in that place to do that. Yeah, there's things that need to be resolved between the two of you. You both bring out like almost like the best and the worst. You can do that for each other in a way. This is the card that comes out. It's a reunion energy. It says we will always come back to each other. So yeah, you know that. Like, I don't need to tell you this, because this is your energy that we just looked at, and it's like, you know, all of this. Like, you have a feeling like, God, this connection could bring out the worst in me. There was the Nine of Swords here. Somebody who's really feeling quite tortured by the way that things are working. You could be quite worried about having to come towards somebody to have this conversation, to apologize, to begin communication. Like, that feels like it makes you nervous. But it's one of those things where, you know, like, I don't know if you I have a great fear of like making like phone calls. Everybody has something, and like, it's like when you have to make a phone call to like a stranger or something, like an official office, and you have to you feel a kind of sense of apprehension sometimes. It depends on who you are, but once you do it, it's like, yeah, you've gotten on the track. Or it could be anything. It could be like going to the gym. Like, you have a great fear of going to the gym or going on this hike or whatever it is. But once you do it, or a party, some people fear parties. But once you do it, it's like, oh, I did it, and I'm really glad because it went well. I think that's the energy I'm seeing here, because with this reunion energy, it's just one of those things that is going to keep coming back until it resolves itself, because it's not one of those energies I'm seeing with you that goes away completely. It's something that keeps coming back, and I think it could be this cycle that you're on again, to kind of, this feeling comes back again. Yeah. So, fire signs, this is your reading. I'm hoping this resonated with you, and do let me know in the comments if it did. And of course, like, comment, subscribe, and I love to see you on another reading. Take care. Okay, earth signs, you are next. Alright, so let's see what these new feelings for someone are telling you, what it means. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Particularly, we have Leo here. We also have Gemini and Virgo with the Strength card here, and the Hermit. Yeah, and also fire signs just pulled the Lovers card as well. So, you could either have those placements, or you could be dealing with somebody like that. Alright, so what these new feelings are telling you. The Lovers, the Hermit. Interesting. That's Virgo energy, which is Earth energy as well. So it feels like there's a connection that you've been isolated from. It feels like you really had to go inwards to think about this situation, because I think that there's something about this connection pulling on all your reserves. I feel like it has, how they say pressure makes diamonds? It's kind of like that. It feels here like, when I look at Strength and the Ten of Wands, it's just like pressure. It's like the picture of pressure, tension, people experiencing things where they're holding in a lot. They're dealing with feelings on their own. So you could have felt like this feels like you're having to deal with something on your own. You're having to kind of carry a weight on your own. I don't feel like a connected energy with this. I don't know why. It's yeah. And especially with the Lovers and the Hermit, this does feel like a period alone. A period where you've had to kind of reflect, think about things, even teach and talk to yourself about this. It has been, I'm seeing that this is a period where it's like sink or swim, and you chose to swim, or you taught yourself how to swim. It's a kind of weird analogy, but yeah, it's like learning your strengths, learning that you could make it through this. Yeah, and the Five of Pentacles comes here to confirm that you two, it doesn't really feel like any energy was being put towards this connection, especially with the Hanged Man here as well. This was a lot of a period where you have been left to kind of consider the connection, and maybe you've seen things like from a different angle. Maybe you've understood this person, or maybe you've even understood what went wrong, what the nature of these burdens are. Queen of Swords came out for fire signs as well. Alright, it feels like you are needing to say, it almost feels like when you went inwards, you realize a lot about this connection. And maybe the Queen of Swords is not always defensive, but sometimes it's someone that just needs to speak their truth. They can't fool around anymore, in terms of they need to tell you what's on their mind, and it's gonna be in your best interest if you do let the Queen of Swords in you speak, as well as embody that energy. Is just to be honest, truthful, and not cutting, because that would be in the reverse. That's reverse energy. But if someone has left you here, this kind of feels like being left with your own emotions, being left to kind of consider what happened. Then there is a need to kind of clear that up. Page of Pentacles here. I am also seeing that you could have understood as well how your energy affected them. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now, there's two things that come from this. This is someone who didn't want to keep trying, didn't want to keep persevering, but wants to say, I'm sorry that I didn't keep trying. So this to me indicates that maybe somebody walked away, maybe somebody gave up on the connection, and maybe it's you, earth signs, or maybe it's the other person. It feels a little bit gray, like not unclear who did what here. But this is someone really saying like, I've thought about it, and I want to make amends. I want to say I'm sorry for not pushing as hard as I could for the connection. But the other thing here is the other side of that coin. Often we just talk about like, okay, people walked away, people ghosted, whatever. But people who ghost or walk away are not, they're not wicked, right? They're not, their intention, not, it's very rare that somebody will do this to hurt somebody else. Often it's done as a kind of protection, as a trauma response, as an avoidant coping strategy, which means that something was happening in this connection that needed self-reflection. There's something that this person, you were experiencing in a connection with someone, or vice versa. If you're a cross watcher, it can be either way, but this is telling me that there's something about the nature of the connection that it seems stressful to earth signs, maybe to you as well, the cross watcher, but it just feels like this wasn't something this person could handle anymore. Nine of Wands in reverse can talk about trauma, like being traumatized. So I'm not saying that this connection created trauma, but you know what can happen sometimes is something triggers trauma. So you may have trauma from your childhood, from other relationships, and then you know something happens in the new connection, and you're just like, oh, I can't deal with that anymore. It's your body kind of telling you this is what needs to happen. High Priestess energy here, King of Cups. So what this is telling me is that this was a kind of intuitive response. But what I'm seeing actually for earth signs is that even though in the period you're not speaking to someone, you're being quiet, you're silent, there is a deep affection for this person, and maybe it's vice versa as well. Let's see for you earth signs what is happening here. Who says this? What does the King of Cups say? I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. This is such confirmation. This is the escape card. This is somebody that's saying, I left when things got hard. So this is like runner energy, and it's exactly what we've been describing. Somebody who couldn't actually cope with what was happening. It doesn't mean that if you're a cross watcher, that you're at fault, or vice versa, that earth signs were at fault. It's just this person didn't know how to communicate what they just needed to leave. They couldn't deal with the situation. As hard as that sounds like a cop-out, because that is going to end up in a lot of hurt, but this is what we have, earth signs. So if this felt like it resonated and it helped, so these new feelings, before I end for you, it's like these new feelings mean, what these new feelings mean for you is there's something that wants to be resolved. It feels like you sat with yourself for a good while and you figured something out. It feels like these new feelings are resolved feelings coming up, and you could be in a place where you could want to say something. It says here in hidden energy, I wasn't happy the way things were going. Yeah. And sabotage is right under that. So it could be understanding how there was self-sabotage in this connection. So these new feelings are telling you that your fears are subsiding when it comes to this connection, which means that you have a chance to look at it again. I don't know if you will be able to look at it again with this person, but it's coming up for you to reflect on it. The Lovers and the Hermit energy, what we had in the beginning, it's deep reflection, being called on for you to understand that big connection that you had. Alright, Earth signs, so if this resonated for you, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what resonated. And take care. I hope to see you on another reading. Okay. Air signs. You're up next. Alright, so the question being, what do these new feelings for someone mean? And so far we've been encountering people having new feelings for past people or current people in their life. So like reaching new understanding. But anyway, what do air signs, what do the new feelings that air signs have for someone? Okay, what else? This Queen of Swords card has come out in every reading so far. There's an energy of truth-telling in the collective. It does feel like that, an energy of communication. People wanting to contact, wanting to say things. Okay, and this is already air sign energy. This is Aquarius. Alright, so we have the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. This just feels like somebody who wants to... These new feelings that you're feeling are prompting you to move towards someone, to speak a truth. And with the Page of Cups in hidden energy, it's just like that. Page of Cups is here with the Eight of Cups. So I'm wondering if this is somebody that either, so for some of you, you're walking away from another situation because you have feelings for this person, or this is somebody you actually walked away from even though you had feelings for them. And it feels like recognizing that I walked away, I had feelings, I tried to be independent and rely on myself and have the feelings subside, but it doesn't feel like they're leaving. Let's see some more. Tell us about this Eight of Cups. Okay, what it feels like is that if you left someone behind, air signs, it feels like you needed to, how do I phrase this? You needed to heal yourself. You needed to go on a spiritual journey. This was for you. You left this person behind, not for any other reason, but there's something you felt you needed to work on for yourself. For some of you, you left to pursue your dreams. There's something about being with this person. Maybe it meant being more static or stable, or it just, the situation called for you to move forward. I don't know. With the Ten of Wands here, it feels like this was hard for you to do, but you also had a lot of baggage and things to work on for yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. Judgment is here. So it does feel like some of you have experienced like a rebirth. There's a sense that it's almost like if you were to return to this person, it would be a new you completely. Like you have been on a serious journey when you've been away from this person. I'm seeing that we have the 6 of Wands. Some of you have had a lot of success away from this while you've been away, when it's come to do with work, when it's come to do with almost like feeling more embodied. That's not, why does embodied come out? Empowered? Yeah. Successful, confident in yourself. So it's like now that you have had this opportunity to go on your own venture, there's a sense that now you want to revisit this, and you think you could be more successful this time around because you've had the opportunity to prove yourself to yourself. It's not that you're doing it for anybody. I don't see that. Some of you could have had like work successes. Okay, and also with the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords, it could feel like some of you have wanted to work on, you want to work on something that it still pains your heart, right? It's sometimes it hasn't left. Yeah. You want to sit with, it's like reinvesting in, you know what it feels like? Ignoring when you have hurt feelings and you kind of push it down because you want to prove to yourself in other ways that you don't have time to focus on those feelings. But it's like coming back around and saying, okay, I need to address these feelings now, and it could be I need to maybe resolve it with this person. Yeah, I don't know if that's making, yeah, is that making, what else is here? What's this 3 of Swords about? King of Cups. Okay, so this is Scorpio energy. Could be feeling like these new feelings are coming up again because you have been through a whole cycle. I am gonna say away from this person, but you could have done it like in the vicinity of this person. I don't know if you were together, but it just feels like these new feelings. You could be dealing with the earth sign as well, or a Scorpio or water sign, but it Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It does feel like time to bring everything I learned back home in a way. That's how I feel. That's the energy I'm getting. All right, let's see what needs to be said. What is this King of Cups? Want to say that came out. It says chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. All right, so that could be the feeling, the new feeling that you're having. Conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Yeah, it's so for you air signs, it could be that the feeling you're having is more of a kind of attraction, a draw to somebody, like being magnetized to somebody, rather than, but there is also reminiscing, right? So it says I miss our inside jokes and responsibilities. Somebody has responsibilities. That could be you. I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. So that could have been what happened in this situation. But it feels like, so what I'm saying is like it was suppressed. This situation, these feelings were suppressed initially, but it feels like, and you've done your whole, you know, you've achieved something out in the world away from this person, but it feels like it's coming back around now that you've like maybe have a chance to to sit with what's happened. It's like a strong attraction is coming up again, and is the urge to talk, the urge to reach out and talk to somebody, talk to this person. For cross watchers, you could be saying it's, the other way around. It can happen like that. All right, so air signs, this is your reading, what these new feelings mean. And if you resonated with this, please do let me know in the comments. And of course, like, comment, subscribe, and I'd love to have you on another reading. So take care. Okay, water signs. So we're looking at, what do these new feelings mean? What do these new feelings for someone mean? So if you're having new thoughts of someone, maybe a kind of, you find yourself thinking about them a lot. What do they mean? This reading will help you, will help with prompts. I don't think it will replace your intuition, or it shouldn't. All right, what for water signs? What do these new feelings mean? King of Cups. Yeah. All right, let me get a second one before I say anything. King of Pentacles. Okay. With the Three of Wands, I take that as my the background to this. The King of Cups would refer to a water sign energy, right? So, but it can be just an energy. With a King of Pentacles, this is someone that is interested in a long-term partnership. So water signs, this could be saying to you, with the Three of Wands, if you have been waiting for a long time on someone, I feel like a lot of you have been, well, let's just say, maybe not a lot of you, but this is the Nine of Pentacles, the card of someone who maybe has had their life to themselves for a while. Maybe you've decided to be single for a little bit. Maybe you just decided to, be self-reliant, try to, be on your own a little bit. It's like these feelings are telling you that there is someone that you like, even if it's hidden feelings, even if it's feelings that you never really acknowledged. It's telling you that this person that's coming in is I'm feeling tongue-tied. There's a potential for something stable. King of Pentacles, I often, when I see that card in certain contexts, it tells me that there is like a serious partner here, and backed with the King of Cups. I think for water signs, this is really telling you that if you have been maybe a little bit shy or afraid of making commitments for maybe a while, maybe a couple years, a year or so, you've been out of it, trying to kind of figure things out, maybe to do with your last set of experiences. There's someone here that is showing up in very stable energy. It feels like very trustworthy energy, and I feel like that's the thing that's coaxing out your feelings. So it's a little bit different from the other readings. So because this person is showing up and they're showing you that they're stable, they're showing you that they are consistent, they're showing you that they are steady in energy for you. I think you're seeing this as, oh, this could be what I was waiting on. This is the card of waiting on your ships to come in, and I do feel like that could be what's happening here. That's interesting. Let me see more. Yep, the Ten of Pentacles right on top of the King of Pentacles. I think water signs that I think your intuition is trying to signal to you. This is Piscean energy and Cancerian energy. With the Seven of Cups, yep. I think your intuition, there's some kind of spiritual guidance that's coming through. Here are some options for you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and take it seriously, because this person could be somebody that you actually choose to move ahead with as a partner for you. I do think it's a choice that you're being presented with, because, okay, we have the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups. It's really saying, it's like pinging you. It's just like being pinged. Hey, this could be an opportunity for you. The thing you've been waiting on, this could be it. And with the Two of Wands and the what is this, Four of Swords? Yeah, it feels like you guys have kind of like you made a choice. It's almost like you did make a choice, it feels like, to kind of just take a break from dating, take a break from pursuing any kind of connection. I'm feeling like when that happens, when you see that, sometimes that's because there's been like a lot of stress in previous relationships, previous connections, or even just in life. Sometimes, you can be deep in your career and you just don't have the energy for a new connection or relationship. And that, especially if you're emotionally sensitive, like water signs are known to be, this could be what's been happening. But it does feel like, there's a sense that there's something about this. For some of you, you're getting a new perspective on what and who a soulmate could be to you. That's interesting. It's like, how it's something is challenging your beliefs, because how like you could be going along, in your 20s and 30s, you think about what love would be like, what that means, and what a partner means, etc. And it would be totally different from what you think about in your 60s, in your 50s, in your 40s even. It's kind of like that. Something is challenging you to see anew this idea of a soulmate. Maybe you're challenging even how you believe in that, and it's calling into question things, and it's allowing you to open your eyes so that you can actually see the opportunity in someone. And when I say opportunity, it's not like you're looking to use somebody. It's the ability to open a door to somebody. The ability to open your heart to somebody is what I mean. Let's see what we have here. What's going on with this person? I don't know what this person has to say. This feels like somebody that you knew already, though. Water signs. Either that, or this thing that you've been trying to heal from or recover from. It says, I feel shattered about this situation, broken. An unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. What do water signs feel about this situation? Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Okay, so there's a lot here signaling the reasons for holding back, the reasons for taking this break. So you could actually be coming back into connection with somebody that you decided to take a break from. This new perspective you're getting could be to do with that person. We have the Strength card, Leo energy, and Ten of Cups. I feel what I see here is an encouragement for you to take everything you learned. It may mean sometimes putting ego aside. And of course that's going to be for both people. It's never like there's no tit for tat when you have this type of thing. It's like, oh, you were wrong and this person was wrong and I was right and yada yada. It's in order to have a new start. The Fool is here. In order for that to happen, water signs, you may have to, especially with this person, you may have to be brave and see the possibility in this situation with this person, if you can, if you want that. I see in the hidden energy for this commitment, I want you to be a part of my future, and hope I haven't given up on us yet. So I don't know if this is you or an energy that you're connected to, but if so, I think that it's worth, and I did see the Hermit, there's worth a little bit of consideration. I do think that you have, taken enough of a break to be able to kind of figure out what it is that you want in this situation. Alright, water signs, if this resonated for you and you want to tell me about it, please put it in the comments, and do like, comment, subscribe, and I would love to have you on another reading. So take care, wishing you all the best.